I want to be clear with you guys more specifically about what happened with Deviantart because while I was talking about in the video, I was having Raymond TV follow me. He's not following me right now, so I want to be in the clear. So I want to state properly about what happened with Deviantart. And because I was never really as specific as I was in the first video I did when I made this return, so I'll just cut to the chase. I didn't actually want to come back to DeviantArt. When I retired, I was originally going to come to Reddit. People demanded me that I would return to DeviantArt. People wanted me to come back to DeviantArt, but I just didn't feel like doing it, especially with the way things have been going, because like seriously, like I don't want to be on DeviantArt. I don't want to risk getting my account deactivated again. I already have a methods to do. And what's now going to happen now, because my reputation is fully ruined, is that I'm going to have to find a method to store my images. But lucky enough, I do know one guy who is actually going to help make the images for me in case if I want to use them in my videos or anything. I might make my own images for me to use, but in the meantime, I'm going to have to find someone else to do it. I'll just be specific. I did not want to come back to DeviantArt after what happened. People kept requesting me to the point where I just thought about it. I was like, okay. I'm going to have to find a different method to do on DeviantArt because I don't have a tablet like I used to. Now, there's a store in Lethbridge called King of Trade. I could get a new tablet actually in a few days because we're going in and out. I'm actually going to a program, and I might get the tablet fixed. But yes, this is true that we're actually moving out very soon in December, and I'm under a lot of stress going on this year. I just don't feel comfortable with it being on DeviantArt, the internet more like, because I'm worried that stuff's going to happen on DeviantArt, and I just was so stressed because a lot of stuff has happened this year. Like I said, my computer broke, though I can still hook it up to the monitor. I'm actually going to be getting this computer fixed next weekend, I think. Mom keeps delaying the dates, but I think it's going to be next weekend if we can get the computer fixed. Though I can still use it hooked up to my monitor, I need it in real laptop form. That happened. My tablet broke, so I didn't have my tablet, and I still don't have my tablet. If I had my tablet, I would be recording the video on my tablet screen showing off what happened. But I don't have that tablet, so I'm just recording it on my phone screen, walking around my bedroom. That's what I'm doing. My mom actually had a heart attack, like I said in my last video. She could have died. People are actually thinking about this because this happened. And then there was a relationship change with my mom. Yes, a relationship change happened. Dad actually got rid of his Escalades too. And a lot of stuff's been stressful. I really didn't want to return to DeviantArt. I did, however, return to DeviantArt, and I was not the same, and I was very aggressive. I'm aggressive because I'm under a lot of stress. And this is true. I did do something to my mom. I don't want to physically explain it because I don't want people going all over the internet. And it's already enough with Raymond TV putting my identity on the internet because of something I did on DeviantArt. I will be specific. That happened with Mom, and our relationship's not the same as it was before. I'm upset that Dad got rid of his Escalade because it was one of my favorite cars. It's a 2007 to 2014 Cadillac Escalade. It's white, but I think it's actually the first of the models. I think it's 2007. That vehicle's had a lot of problems, and he got rid of it, and I was pretty upset about that. So that's one of the reasons why I was upset when I was returning to DeviantArt. I came back to Deviantart, and it was not going well. It actually went it went pretty sterile, pretty easy. I couldn't make renders like I used to because I didn't have a tablet. And while I can still do it on my phone, it's just difficult and it is more time. And I wanted to do something simpler because I was going in and out of meetings from Lethbridge. I'm in a program in Lethbridge because I have health issues. And that's one of the reasons to do with this. I wanted to adapt off something, so I found this other guy. I was spying on this other user who might have something to do with my old account being deactivated. Elad or something. I mentioned it to her. Well, not mentioned it to her, but I looked up this other guy and I saw his content. I was like, oh my God, that content, it was so bad, it's good. You know the term? It's so bad, it's good. Yeah, I learned that term from watching the movie Food Fight on YouTube. Well, watching reviews of that movie Food Fight on YouTube. That movie's god awful. People saying it's so bad, it's good. I actually watched that movie and I was like, what the hell did I just watch? Hell, I have a bunch of bad movies in my cabinet. Yeah, I even have the second Megamind movie as well. I have a lot of bad movies. I actually started liking Megamind a while ago, and I ended up buying the second DVD. I might show off my DVD collection later on. But I want to talk about this because this is true. I returned to DeviantArt. Basically, what this guy Jackson did is he would make bad content of good shows, and then good content of bad shows, and characters being wounded or stuff. I wanted to do that, and I also wanted to get back at Dan because he blocked my old account for no reason. So I made a bunch of bad art of him, and in the meantime I was making stamps of people. I told people not to bash my opinions on stuff because it is actually my opinion. And when I was doing this, people were commenting on my profile picture, sending me random gifts and blocking me. And I'm going to be fair, I thought it was going to be like with Reddit, because I know the same thing I had on Reddit, but on Reddit you get downvoted and they send you pictures and it's not the end of the world. They'll just move on. DeviantArt is actually filled with man-children who can't handle opinions. Filled with man-children. If you post something the other kids don't agree with, they'll send you these memes called the delete this meme, like gifts in the comments, which actually got me very angry, or the blocked memes, which also makes me angry too, or gifts of pictures of me or threatening me as well, which actually did happen, and that's how I got mad. I made an anti-stamp of the movie Real. I wanted people to handle my opinion, and there was barely anybody who handled my opinion, and the only one person who handled my opinion actually eventually betrayed me because of other stuff I hate. For example, I hate the Nintendo Wii as well, and I actually sold my Nintendo Wii to King of Trade in Lethbridge today. And that's how I got the money, and I might get my tablets, because I am not a Wii person. I'm more of an Xbox person. I do like the Nintendo Switch, though. I have a Nintendo Switch here. I've always had a Nintendo Switch. I have to turn the parental controls off. The only way to do that is the serial code to it. And I think I might have got access to one of my oldest accounts next to my Cat and Kitty Cat Sylvester account. I'll talk about it later. What I will talk about is what ended up happening on DeviantArt. I made an anti-stamp of the movie Real, saying I hated the movie Real, which actually I don't hate the movie Real. I actually like that movie, and I actually have that movie in the DVD case. I think I have this movie somewhere. Actually, I'll try and find it. I know I have it somewhere. It's where is it? Oh, there it is. It's right there. I don't actually hate that movie. I actually like that movie, but people, when I made this stamp, I wanted people to just ignore it, but instead they threatened me and attacked me, and I told them they're innocent. One user said that he wants me to burn, like, set me on fire. I got very mad at him because he did that, so I threatened him back, and he blocked me. Well, he blocked me before I threatened him, but I threatened him because he did that to me. And a lot of people, because they couldn't handle the stuff I was doing. And this is what made me mad the most. I then told, because there's this guy who was going around exposing me doing it on DeviantArt while I was on DeviantArt as well. There's this guy called Supreme Vincent 2022. This kid, in my opinion, I hate this kid. His profile picture is just, he's born, I don't know when he's born, but whatever year he's born, he looks like his profile picture is just a picture of himself in real life. And his profile looks weird and cursed. What happened was that I had another user who was from my country who exposed Supreme Vincent because he did a 9/11 alert. The 9/11 alert was David. I don't know who the guy. I can't fully recall what the guy is, but I know he was involved with Teen Titans Go and Vima. I don't remember his last name, but I do know his name is David, and he's elderly, or I think he's about elderly, like 60 years old or 70. I don't know fully know much about this guy, but I do know a bunch of people hate this guy on DeviantArt. I like the guy. I think he's okay, and people treat him like he's worse than Hitler because they hate the bad shows. But I'll be honest, Teen Titans Go. Well, there are times when I hate Teen Titans Go and I don't care about it and I'm neutral to it. Like in my Grounded video where Dark Koopa bashes Sakura's opinion. And in my ratings list where I put it on where I said it was absolutely bad on one of my BTNL videos. Well, my ratings list videos. I'm actually, well, I can hate Teen Titans Go and I can be neutral to it at times. I hate Vima, by the way. I hate that show a lot, and I don't like that show at all. It ruined Scooby-Doo. Even though I hate those shows, I still don't think it was right for... I agree with him. I don't think it was right for him to be involved with the 9/11 stuff. So... When the guy criticized Supreme Vincent, this other guy who is actually a creator of the DeviantArt movie started being mean to him. So I decided to ruin his DeviantArt movie. I got exposed, and then Supreme Vincent started getting mad at me and commenting on my page for no reason. And this guy is a moron. When he gets mad, he might look nice, but his profile, he might look nice by his profile picture. But in reality, he's an asshole because he acts too aggressive to bad users. He acts too aggressive to bad users. Too aggressive to bad users. And I'm going to do a Go Animate rant on him and what I think about him because that's true. I threatened him. And because of that, well, I didn't threaten him at first. I ignored him at first. But he did block me. So I decided to make art of Megamind, well, the 2024 version, shooting him as punishment for blocking me. And I think Supreme Vincent, well, I don't know what happened to his account, but I think his account got deleted. No, it got hacked and deleted. So good. I hope he doesn't come back on DeviantArt. That user was stupid. I'm far better than him. That's one thing I'm going to say about him. I was against Dan, and I actually feel bad for what happened with Dan, because I actually do have some friends on YouTube who hate the Snow Queen movies, and I'm actually decent to them. And on DeviantArt as well. My friend Shimmer, I don't know what her, Shimmer and Shine, I think she actually hates the Snow Queen movie. If you search up Snow Queen rants, you might find a rant of her that features a Joey voice where they rant about the Snow Queen movie. I commented on it, and she actually understood and hearted my comment. I have another friend called Killer Rodin who actually does gaming. He's a Frozen fan. He hates the Snow Queen. He's actually friends with me. That's how we met a while ago, and it was actually pretty good. We've developed a relationship. I know I went against Andrea Loves South Park for hating the Snow Queen movie because I can at times have can't handle opinions on that movie because it is my trademark. You do realize that's what my name TUGF2 stands for. That's actually what it stands for. The Ultimate Gerda Fan 2009. Because that's literally what my name is. I'm a big fan of Gerda, who was born in 2009. I went against Andrea at first. I got mad at her first, but then after a while I realized that I was going a bit too hard on her, so I decided to, well, I decided to befriend her because I did knew that there were some guys who hated her, including Supreme Vince in 2022. That's also why I hate Supreme Vince in 2022, because he's mean to Andrea Loves South Park for no reason. I like Andrea Loves South Park, and I've shown myself to be good friends to her, even if she did hate the Snow Queen movie. So yeah, that's basically it. I feel bad for what I did to Dan, and I don't know why I honestly did it, but he blocked me. He was one of the first people to block me on Deviantart, and I was very angry that I lost that Deviantart account. 4 years of renders and a core membership that was lost. Speaking of memberships, when I bought the pro membership, I thought I was invincible. I had the power to do anything because I'm a pro at doing stuff. Was supposed to be invincible. And well, and now I just lost my new DeviantArt account. So yeah, that's something. But yeah, I am pretty mad that the people didn't handle my opinions on stuff. And that's why I attacked them, because the people were actually threatening me because I hated specific shows. I hated Ed and Eddie, or whatever that show is called. I hated Haley's on it, and like 50 people. Like, I've gotten much more hate than when I first started as Media Princess Fiona Editor 666, or my phase in December 2023 when I had my fight with Billy CC83. Like, more hate than ever before. Like, literally, I got blocked by like 50 people with this new account. And guess what? Even my friends turned on me. My friends actually turned on me. Friends who turned on me on DeviantArt. Friends from my old account actually turned against me and started working with this other guy, Elad. Even Raymond TV did that. And now he's trying to put my identity on YouTube. I think I might know a way to get rid of him. But if he interrupts this video or comments on this video again, I'm going to do something about it. And I think I might have an idea, but I'm not going to say it unless he does something to me. If he even does something that associates with me, I'm coming to him. I'm coming back to him. So that's all I actually have to say for you guys. I don't have much else to say, so I am very disappointed for what I did do on DeviantArt. I shouldn't have did it. I'm actually feeling much better now. My ears aren't as plugged as they were before, and I am talking much better. I hope I can stay like that, and hopefully I'm going to be having my birthday on the 14th. We're doing my birthday stuff tomorrow, most of my birthday stuff tomorrow, because, well, we arranged it on the wrong day. So yeah, that's all I have to say for you guys. Wish me the good luck.